everyone, Richard here. Look what I have here. This is the 70mm Dashcam. This is the new model, which is the A800, and it's supposed to be a 4K camera inside here. Let's do a quick unboxing and see what's inside here. Oops, guess what I have here? Oh, there's a 70mm SD card here. So it came with the box, and this is 64GB 70mm SD card. Okay, I'm happy with that. And okay, before we look at the camera, let's look at the box. It says here 4K Ultra HD video, built-in Wi-Fi and GPS, app enabled, rear camera optional on this box. But I did get the rear camera. We'll look at that afterwards. What's amazing with this unit is it is 4K resolution with 104 field of view, and it's dual vision. That means it's front and back camera, which is optional back camera. It says that it has a super night vision. Okay, we have to try that out. Good thing with this model compared to the 70mm Pro, it is built-in GPS. We don't have to buy the module separately. And parking surveillance, lane departure warning, and forward collision warning. So let's take this out and look at what's inside the box. Okay, what we have here. Extended the spatula for you to do the installation to your A pillar, B pillar panels. This is the lighter charger with 2 USB output. It's rated for 3.4 ampere for max output. So you can use one for the camera and one for other charging. Because the rear camera doesn't need another socket. You just need one to your main camera, the front cam, and then the rear camera is powered by the same USB. This is a mounting bracket for the windscreen. And this is the power cable from your USB to the camera. It's still using a micro USB. I don't see a Type-C here. It's a rather large screen compared to the previous one. Then 4 function buttons here, and ventilations. We have the power in, which is the micro USB, and we have the AV. Okay, this is the AV output to the rear camera, and this is where the micro SD goes in. On the left side, you have the power button and the camera itself, which is adjustable. It seems to be having a vent here for heat. For ventilation, I think, for heat ventilation. Okay, ventilation hose. So you're shooting in 4K, it's going to be very hot. And what is behind, this is the mounting slot, which is, you can take it out, mounting slot, and I would think the module for the GPS is here. And this is a speaker grill. You can see here the speaker grill here, and there's nothing else there. So this is the mic in, I think. This is where your microphone is. So let's look at the back module, which is the rear camera that came with this. This is the second box that came together with the main box, and it's actually a camera that pairs with the front camera. This rear camera, which is also, you can adjust here and you can mount on the screen, and it connects to a port that connects to the main unit. You can see here with this AV out connector. Okay, so this one connects to here, and that's how you power your rear camera. The maximum resolution for a single camera, that means if you mount just the front camera without the rear, is 3840 times 2160 dpi, which means it's the 4K resolution. But if you are going to use the front and rear together, it only supports a maximum resolution of 2560 times 1600 dpi. So bear in mind, if you're using front and rear recording at the same time, you're only getting a max 2560 times 1600 dpi video for front and back. We will test this out. I will test it with just the front camera at full 4K and with both camera running. So let me set up this thing, and now we shall install it to the car and test out the new app as well that supports this unit. I'm quite excited with the new app. Apparently it allows us to directly share the image out. I did give a suggestion to 70mm back when I was using the 70mm Pro and the standard 70mm for front and back. I will leave that setup link above, and then you can have a look at what I did with the 70mm Pro and the 70mm camera for having front recording and rear recording at the same time, and able to voice control as well between the front and rear camera. I have the setup in my car, and then that was a suggestion I gave to 70mm, that if it would be great that if this can send the images direct to my or share it direct, so that if there's any accident or anything I want to show off to report, I can do it directly via the app. Okay, the first setup should be looking at the English. So we do that. We go 70mm Dashcam A800. Right, so let's go to next. Okay, set time zone and date. Let's move on to next first. Parking surveillance, and scan QR code to download the app. Format memory card.
Formatting succeeded.
Okay, that was very loud.
Abnormal time detected. Please calibrate the time manually.
So it knows that I've got the wrong dates on. Yes, let me put a car in front of it. It's a toy car, and that's how it looks like. And then let's go into setting. So we have video setting, and let's go in emergency video, parking surveillance. See what else we have. Recording duration, so this for emergency, and video coding. So we have high compression ratio. What's that? Let's look at that. I wonder. Okay, we have high compression ratio and low compression. So let's go back, and then you have the resolution. Okay, there, 3840 times 2160 resolution, and then you have the other settings, okay, which is 2560 by 1600. Then you have 1920 by 1080. This is 1080p. So we'll leave it at 4K. And recording frame rate, that's interesting. They have 25 frames per second PAL and 30 frames per second and 27.5 frames per second. I'm not sure what setting would this be. So 25 is your standard, so we'll leave it as that. And then you have speed and latitude enable, okay, so you can disable that if you don't want. So let's go back. That is video setting. Let's go system setting. You have Wi-Fi hotspots that you can enable and disable. And you have power on Wi-Fi. What it says here, Wi-Fi will be on status every time you turn it on, okay, so it's auto enable Wi-Fi. Recording, so recording is currently disabled. So we have ADAS, which means it's lane departure and all the sensing function from the GPS. Let's put it back. Screen off time currently is always on, and you can set it to 1 minute or 30 seconds. Right. So we leave it as always on. Speaker volume high, that's where you're getting the highest sound. And turn off automatically after parking. So how long can we have that? Auto off 10 minutes, auto off 5 minutes, and auto off 20 minutes after stop. Okay, and do not turn off. So we leave it at that. At the same time, then we have system time, which I will not set for now. And language, what language we have? English, Korean. That's interesting. Okay, leave it as that. And time zone. Okay, so we're out of that. Now we have format SD and reset, factory reset, and download app. Okay, what's interesting here, system update is there, so you need to use the app and it can do the detection and download for you. So then last would be about. So this is the Xiaomi Dashcam A800 with the current version firmware 0.0.8 WW. Okay, it's just published on the 23rd of June 2020. So this is very new, and I'm having a hands-on on this, and that's how it looks like. So now I'm going to test this rear camera out. That's where the port is. That's where you're going to plug it in, and it is also facing the same way. Let's look at that. It's facing this way. Okay, look at that. They've designed this to be longer, and once you plug it in,
Abnormal time detected.
it connects right on top.
Backup camera is connected.
So it is very good that is very neat for your camera, and the minute you plug it in, it detected the backup camera as well. So the next connection you have for the camera is this connector. You need to put it in, and that would be here. That would be a pin here that you need to connect in. Right, so it goes in directly to the camera. Okay, and the camera is on. So let's look at how does it look like now. Okay, now we're going to video settings, and we're going to go down to see the video resolution has now automatically been set to 2560 times 1600. So once you plug it in, it will detect it and set it as is. So that's it. Now my question is, how do I view the rear camera? Let's look at that. Now I'm looking at the front camera.
Switch to rear recording.
Okay, look at that. Now I can see the rear camera. There. Right? So
Switch to front road.
So it's front and rear.
Switch to rear recording. Switch to front road.
Now the question is, can I see both?
Start recording emergency
Okay,
video.
sorry, I pressed the wrong button. That's emergency recording. And I wonder if it's getting two videos at the same time. I'll have to look at the SD card, right, to get the idea of whether it's recording both at the same time, which it should be. So let's move on once the emergency recording is done.
Recording
Okay,
complete.
great. So we can go to enter gallery. We'll stop recording. I'm fine with that. Let's put that down. Okay, this is the interesting part. You'll see the front camera and the backup camera video. So you have two videos. So now you actually can see, okay, video from the front camera and video from the back camera. This is interesting. So it does keep two sets of video, right, and photo as well. I'm not sure how photo will work, but it does keep two sets of video for the front camera and the rear camera in a separate folder, separate files, which means it's not merged together as one video, but you actually get two videos from the front and the rear camera, which is why it has to reduce the resolution to below 4K, which means the lower resolution. And if you're not using the back camera, the rear camera, you're getting full resolution, which is the 4K. It's good that I ended up with two files, and if I can follow up with the photo, if I can front photo and back photo, we'll need to test that. Okay, that's all. I hope I can get this set up to the car and play around with the app before I show you the next video. This is a quick unboxing and review of the Xiaomi A800 4K Dashcam, which has dual camera, which is the front and rear, and this is optional. with the built-in GPS, as well as all the new functions that will be packed with the app. So do have a nice day. Do follow me on my next video and give me a thumbs up. We'll see you. Bye.